Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Madi, Mcall, and Jenny Meadows, here to talk about Summer Spotlight. Thanks for joining me here today.
Thanks for having us.
And we're going to talk about Summer Spotlight. It's an opportunity for some young people to get involved with the theater and dance department here at Troy University. And if you would kind of give us kind of a little overview of what this camp's all about.
Well, this camp is, we have several different camps through the Summer Spotlight program. We have the Creative Drama Camp. That's for children ages 6 to 13, and that's where they participate in creative drama activities using their imagination, where they problem solve and work together to just create things. And then we have the Spotlight on Dance Camp. That's for children aged 8 through 12. And we also have the Performance Intensive, which is for high school students and incoming freshmen, and that's a little bit more intense. That's why it's called an intensive, right?
And it's for the older kids, so an opportunity for them to maybe try to start working their way towards maybe the collegiate level. And I know a lot of times that's one of those kind of maybe recruiting things for those students, and it's split up into two different disciplines.
Right.
So if you're not just in front of the actor, you can learn about some things as well.
We have the performance track or the tech management track. And you talked about a recruitment tool. Maddie.
Yes, I went to the intensive before I came here, right before my freshman year. It was like my first taste of Troy theater, and it really gave me a good feel of like, okay, this is kind of what the department is like. Met some of the people, because all the staff, well, most of the staff is actually Troy like theater students. And they're really good too, because Troy let me be able to do, like, I was able to do some performance classes and some tech classes, but it was a really good vibe of like, this is what Troy theater is.
And it prepared you to be where you are right now.
Yes.
And that is, you were actually helping out, and it's kind of an interesting combination. You were in it, but now you're teaching it, and you're teaching it as a part of class credit for Jenny's class. But it's also kind of your vocational goal too. Is this something you're wanting to do maybe when you grow up?
Yes, I would love to stage manage, which is good to learn in the tech and management intensive. That taught me a lot about what stage managing at a collegiate level is. But also teaching Summer Spotlight is real, like, actual hands-on experience teaching people about theater, which is something I'm super passionate about already.
And as a part of this, and Jenny, you've been involved with this for many years and at different levels. Talk about what it means for students, especially the younger children, to be able to have this opportunity, especially in a place like Troy and in this part of the country, to be able to spend a week learning about theater and dance.
Well, I grew up in Troy, and there weren't very many opportunities for me to seek out artistic endeavors. And we had summer programs here at the university, but that was just putting on a show where children were on stage for just a few minutes. Like, take for example The King and I was in that show, and I went on stage, and then that was it. There wasn't a whole lot of curriculum, and I didn't learn a whole lot about the art form. And Tori, our department chair, and I sat down 11 years ago, and we dreamt up Summer Spotlight. And we said, we want children in the area to have a rich, meaningful experience where they participate with creative drama activities, which is non-competitive, where they learn about theater and play games. And we also want to give them the opportunity to put on a show.
And that's always a fun part of this. Every year, it kind of builds up to that big show. And that's something that, especially the parents, are going to get a kick out of watching their kids put on this show.
That's my favorite part about Summer Spotlight, is that it's like so process oriented, but there still is something at the end for everyone to work towards, even though that's not like the goal of the camp itself.
And the goal of the camp too is to teach theater education students how to run a classroom. So the creative drama class that I teach is really a laboratory setting.
So everybody's learning at all levels, like from the youngest children all the way up to the college kids here. They're all learning, and it has something, educational process all the way around. Now, if anybody's interested in getting involved, there's still opportunities, even though it's coming up pretty soon, there's still opportunities for them to get involved and register for this, right?
We had such a tremendous turnout for the Creative Drama Camp that we actually opened up a second camp that runs July 7th through 12th, and that cost is $200, but the students are fed, and it lasts from 8 until 5, and I'm telling you, that's the best babysitter you can have, because your children are going to have fun and they're going to learn. So instead of paying a babysitter, just send your child to Creative Drama Camp. And then Spotlight on Dance also runs
The same week.
the same week, and it's for children age 8 through 12. The Creative Drama Camp is for children ages 6 through 13.
Okay.
And then the Performance Intensive, there are still some slots available for it, and it is July 22nd through 26th. And the cost of that, it's a little bit more because we pull in teaching artists from all over the country, and everyone there has really impressive resumes, and they have professional credits, and they're working in the industry. And the cost for that camp, which includes room and board, is $450.
So still not bad for room and
No.
board and overnight
Yeah.
stays.
No,
Stay
and
on
when you look at
campus.
similar programs
yeah.
across the country,
Yes.
you pay a whole lot more for what we offer, and the quality is just as good.
Of course, and if they want to register, what can they do to register for any of those camps we've talked about here?
To register, you can go to the troytheater.org, or you can go to see Miss Jane in Malone 132. she'll
And one
help
thing
you
to
out.
remember about Troy Theater, that it is spelled R-E on there. We got it on the screen
Yes.
there for us. So if anybody's looking for that, they can register there, stop by the office. And when should they be the deadline for registration?
The
for this?
deadline is July 1st, and just a little note because sometimes websites are not navigable, but you go to troytheater.org and click the Other Events tab,
Okay.
and then you'll see Summer Spotlight, and that's where the registration
All right.
forms
Well,
are.
good luck with this year's Summer Spotlight. Here's hoping that there's a good turnout. Obviously, you filled a second week, so
Yes,
hopefully that'll
we're so
happen.
excited.
So
good
crazy.
luck with
Thank
this
you.
year's Summer Spotlight. Thanks for joining me today. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.